Hi, Lions. Thanks for joining me for another lesson. I'm really excited. I'm going to introduce you to two new sight words or heart words, and we will review our other heart words, and then we'll practice spelling and then reading a new story. Let's go ahead and get started. The first word I want to introduce you to is said. Mrs. Clifford said, "You guys are the very best students." Read it with me. Said. Spell it. S-A-I-D. Read it. Said. You're going to see the word said in a lot of stories that you read. The second word I want to introduce you to is home. There's no place like home. That's a famous line in Wizard of Oz. Read it. Home. Spell H-O-M-E. Home. Okay, let's review the other sight words that we've learned. And remember, Lions, I need to hear you reading, spelling, and reading. When I sweep, that means read. When I tap, that means spell. Here we go. Like. L-I-K-E. Like. They. T-H-E-Y. They. Get. G-E-T. Get. What. W-H-A-T, what. Do, D-O, do. Oops. Here's one of our words. Isn't, I-S-N apostrophe T. So if you remember yesterday or the day before, we talked about when you have apostrophe S, that's talking about ownership. The other time you have apostrophes in words is when you're working with contractions. Remember, contractions are a shorter way of saying something. So isn't is a shorter way of saying is not. So it is a contraction. And the apostrophe is showing us that some letters are missing when we combine those two words. So let's read, spell, read again. Isn't. I-S-N apostrophe T, isn't. This is a short way of saying is not. Here's another contraction. We know it's a contraction because of the apostrophe. So this is can't. Can't is a short way of saying cannot. Read, can't. Spell C-A-N apostrophe T, can't. My. M-Y, my. Yes, Y-E-S, yes. To, T-O, to. And, A-N-D, and. Where, W-H-E-R-E, where. Remember, a trick for remembering how to spell where is it has the word here in it. So I used to think when I was trying to learn this word, when I was in elementary school, I would think, where is it? Well, it's over here. And that would help me remember how to spell where. The, T-H-E, the. Here, H-E-R-E, here. Down, D-O-W-N, down. Little, L-I-T-T-L-E, little. Go, G-O, go. Under, U-N-D-E-R, under. Put, P-U-T, put. Have, H-A-V-E, have. We, W-E, we. Good job. All right, now it's time for spelling. So if you do not have paper and pencil, pause your device while you go get your materials, and we will go ahead and get started. The first word is rag. Sound it, or let me use it in a sentence first. I use a rag to polish my furniture. Okay, say it, rag. Sound it, rag, rag. Okay, now go ahead and spell it. I hear the racing robot. Let me move this so you can see some of our letters. I hear the apple sound, like we're picking the apple. Ag. Ag. I I hear the gulping goose. Rag. Let's take a look. Is that what you ended up with, Lions? Good job. Okay, the next word is rack. We use, you might have a rack on your car for your bicycle. Rack. Sound it. Rack. Rack. You hear the racing robot. I hear the apple. I hear the kick the can sound. We know there are 3 ways to spell kick the can. Now, since this is at the end of the word, we're going to use the digraph. The digraph, CK. We know a digraph is 2 letters that make one sound. Rack. So we're going to spell it with CK. Rack. So your word should look like this. If you can spell rack, you can spell pack, you can spell sack, you can spell a lot of different words. Okay, rug. I need to vacuum my rug. Say it, rug, sound it. Rug, rug. Okay, go ahead and spell it. Rug, like the racing robot. Like up. I'll scoot over so you can see the up. G. I hear the gulping goose. Rug. Good job. Pack. When you go on vacation, you pack a suitcase. Say it, pack. Sound it. Pack. Pack. Like patting pizza. Like the apple. I hear the k sound again. And so it's at the end of the word. So again, we're going to use the CK spelling, the digraph CK. Pack. Pack. Good job. Okay, the next word we're going to spell is dogs. There were 2 dogs on the leash. Dogs. So let's first spell the base word. Let's get rid of the s sound at the end and just spell the base word dog. D-og. Dog. D, like the digging dog. So that's a D. Remember when you make the D, make a circle and then the stick. D, circle, stick, D. Like the octopus. The octopus. So that's an O. Dog. I hear the gulping goose. Dog. So we spelled the base word, dog. Now we want to spell dogs. There were 2 dogs. So what is this plural ending or suffix that we add to the base word to make it dogs? Yes, that's how you spell dogs, meaning more than 1 dog. It could be 2, 10, it just depends. Dogs. Now let's transform this word from dogs, talking about more than 1, to now in this sentence, the dog's bowl was empty. The dog's bowl was empty. So now we're trying to talk about something that belongs to the dog, talking about ownership. Do you remember what we put before the S when we're showing ownership? It is the apostrophe. Remember, an apostrophe, it's kind of like a comma, but instead of it being on the baseline, it's up here towards the top line. Dogs. Now we're talking about ownership. It could be its collar, its leash, its dog bowl, but something that belongs to the dog. Its chew toy. Okay, without the apostrophe, it's just talking about more than 1. All right, the last 2 words we're going to do are heart words. The first one is we. We are working so hard together. We. I want you to say the letters as you spell it. That way you see it, hear it, and you feel it as you're writing it. That's going to help your brain to remember it better. Okay? We. W-E. We. So it should look like this. Both of these letters go to the midline. The last word we're going to spell is have. H-A-V-E, have. Again, say the letters as you're spelling it. So we see it, hear it, and feel it. Have. H-A-V-E, have. Good job, Lions. All right, the last thing we're going to do is read a story. Remember, if it's underlined, that's one of our heart words. The rest of the words will stretch out the sounds, and then we'll reread the sentence so we can blend the sounds back together. Our stories only have the sounds and the words we've learned in them. And it's a good idea to pause each page and try to read it on your own before we read it together. That way you can go at your own pace. A bug in a rug. A bug in a rug. Ooh, I don't want any bugs in my rug. I don't know about you. A bug was sad. He did not have a home. A bug was sad. He did not have a home. It would make me sad too. He saw a big rock. He ran and got under the rock. He saw a big rock. He ran and got under the rock. As the bug sat under the big rock, a rat ran up to him. As the bug sat under the big rock, a rat ran up to him. I want to point something out, guys. Do you see the comma? The comma means it's a complex sentence. So more than one thought has been put together in one sentence. One of the things that we work on when we are writers is to try to create complex sentences like this. And I have to say, I'm going to change what I said earlier. I think I'd much rather have a bug in my rug than a rat in my rug. Let's see what happens. The rat said, "You can't sit here. The rock is my home." The rat said, "You can't sit here. The rock is my home." Hey, take a look at this. See the word said? That means someone is speaking. And these are quotation marks. You put quotation marks around the words that someone says or speaks. So on this page, the rat is speaking. His speaking words are, "You can't sit here. The rock is my home." So we know someone's speaking because of the quotation marks. Some people call them talking marks. The bug saw a rag. He dug under it. The bug saw a rag. He dug under it. Poor bug. I hope this works out for him. Oh boy. But a big bug was under the rag. She said, "The rag is my home." But a big bug was under the rag. She said, "The rag is my home." Can you guys point to the speaking sentence? Where are the words that someone is saying? Yes, the rag is my home. Someone's speaking here, we know because we have quotation marks before and after the speaking sentences. So the big bug is the person speaking. The sad bug saw a big dog on a rug. The bug said, "Can I sit down?" The sad bug saw a big dog on a rug. The bug said, "Can I sit down?" Can you guys point to the speaking sentences on this page? Yes, right here. Can I sit down? We know those are the speaking or the talking sentences because there are quotation marks before and after. Can you point to the character that was speaking? Can you point to the character that said, "Can I sit down?" Yes, it's the bug because it says the bug said. So whenever there are speaking sentences, the story is also going to tell you who is doing the speaking. The dog said, "Yes, you can." The bug was snug in the dog's rug. The dog said, "Yes, you can." The bug was snug in the dog's rug. What a kind dog. Okay, can you speak to or point to the speaking sentences on this page? Yes, you can. Can you point to the character that was speaking? Yes, in this case, it's the dog because it says the dog said. So it tells us who. I want to point something else out again. Do you see the dog's rug? So this S is here. It's only one dog. This is showing us ownership. What belongs to the dog in this sentence? Yes, the rug, because it says the dog's rug. So the rug belongs to the dog, and that's why we have the apostrophe S. Wow, there was a lot of really neat things for us to look at in this story. Ownership, shown by apostrophe S. Speaking sentences, also called dialogue. And we know there is dialogue or a speaking sentence because there are quotation marks before and after. Okay, I also want to remind you of the two new heart words we learned today. The first one is said. You're going to see this a lot in stories when there are speaking sentences or dialogue. You know what? If you can put dialogue in the stories you write, that is an excellent writer. So give that a try today. The second heart word we learned is home. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. You did a great job. I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Keep up the hard work, Lions. Bye.